Welcome to the virtual campground. Thought we'd give you a quick overview of how we use the new Garmin RV 890. It is specifically made for RVs and has some couple of cool features. One is we can set up the size of our rig, the length, the height, the weight, so Garmin knows how to route us. The way I use this most often is just using that trip planner. So I'm going to create a new trip here. First thing you have to do is tell it where you are starting from, and I just select that and then tell it where I am now, and then let it find me. So it's found me. It's going to calculate here just to make sure it's got my coordinates, and then I'm going to select. Now I need to put my final destination. This is where I'm going to end up at the end of my trip. If it's a multi-day trip, then I'm going to put in the last stop. Here I'm going to look for a particular campground. So I'm going to select the city that I'm going to, which we happen to be going to Loveland, Colorado. And then I'm going to search for, in the search field there, I'm just going to search for the Loveland RV Resort, which is our resort. There are different ways you can do it. You can put in GPS coordinates. You can put in a specific address. So as you would expect from the GPS, you can put in any number of things. So it's found the campground. It'll give you reviews from TripAdvisor. So I'm going to select this campground. And now I've got my beginning coordinates and then my final destination. Since I know that our rig is about half a tank of diesel left, I want to start thinking about where I'm going to stop. And in order to plan that out, I use the Open Roads app, which is from TSD Logistics, which is an app that it's a membership program. You sign up and then you get discounts at large truck stops along your route. And so I'm going to show you a quick overview of how we use that app. Let's open up the app. Open Roads is a really cool app, and it's going to find where I am, and it's going to show me the truck stops that are members of the program right around me. $4.10, $4.04, $4.13. So that's the going rate around me, but I don't want to stay around here. So yeah, that loves $4.10 is my price. The price at the pump is $4.38. So a little bit of a savings there. Not too bad, but I don't want to stop that soon. I want to get on down the road. I've got half a tank of diesel, plenty of diesel, and I'm going to be going along a major interstate, so I know there's some other options. So I'm going to bebop up here to closer to Pueblo, which is where I think I'm going to stop for the night, somewhere around here. Down here in Walsenburg, there are a couple of truck stops that look like they have decent pricing, especially that TA there. $3.60 at the pump. That's pretty good. So at the pump, $4.65, but my price is $1 less, roughly $3.68. So a good bit of savings. So I'm going to stop there. Now they make it a little awkward. You got to hit the directions app. I don't know why you got to do this to get their address. And so I'm just going to go there, write this address down, and then go into my app to put it in. So go to the address. So yeah, I need to put in the city first. So Walsenburg, Colorado, there it is. And then put in the address. I'll select that. So now I have my diesel stop for the night. And you can see it's put it there in my trip. Now that we have our origination in the trip planner and then our first stop to get diesel, I want to find a place to stop for the night. I have several options. Now this just happens to be the Saturday before Easter when I'll be making this trip. So I've got to think about where I want to stop on and depart from on Easter morning. And I can't think of a better place to wake up Easter morning than outside of a Cracker Barrel. So I've looked at several options. There are some other options around there. There's some Harvest Hosts. There are some Boondockers welcome spots. There are a number of other options. Let's open up the Cracker Barrel app and let's find locations. It's going to default to the one that's closest to us, which we do not want since it's south of us in Albuquerque, and I don't want to head that direction. We're heading north up into Colorado. So I'm going to do a quick scroll up here. Let's find Santa Fe, and then let's head north up I-25 from there. And let's find one that's closer to Pueblo, Colorado Springs area. There's Pueblo. Found it. Got the address. Let's look and see if they have RV parking listed. They do. So we're good. Now I'm going to note that address, but Google Maps is usually pretty good about locating the Cracker Barrels. So I'm going to go into Google Maps. I want to check out the parking lot. We've been to some of these Cracker Barrels that are pretty small. I'm going to go into satellite view on my Google Maps and then put in the Cracker Barrel address. I just like to check it out. This one looks like it has a really nice big parking lot, plenty of parking spaces. You can see the RV slots directly behind the restaurant. We don't use those. We'll just park along the edges somewhere so we can leave the Jeep connected and go in and ask permission from the manager, but they are always cool about it, and go get a nice breakfast on Easter morning before we head out. Now that we have our final stop of the day, we're going to put that in here. We're going to select the city. I know that Cracker Barrel is in Pueblo, so I'm going to put that in and find Pueblo, Colorado, and then usually does a pretty good job of finding the Cracker Barrels. So there it is, and now it is part of our trip. See, I've got my 4 stops there, and we're gonna go to next. It's going to calculate the route and show the different stops, including where I'm starting, my diesel stop, then shortly thereafter the Cracker Barrel, going around Denver, and then straight up into Loveland for my final destination over the roughly 6-7 hours of travel. Now I'm going to give it a name, call it something that I'll remember. So I'm going to call this Santa Fe to Loveland. Now there's the completed route from beginning to end, the origination and all the way to the destination over a day and a half of travel. There's the map. I can see where I'm starting and see the different stops along the way. If I want to change something, I just click on it and edit it and move it, what have you. If I want to add another stop, I can just do that right there. Hit that plus button, add another stop in between. And then I can go look at all my trips that I've saved. I usually delete them pretty soon afterwards, and then I am ready to go.
Please drive to highlighted route.